Hello, Circus Mash people. All of us here, the Birmingham Youth Circus, are here today to launch Polaroid. So we're going to wait a few minutes because we need a few more audience members. So if you're watching and you've got friends, please go and invite them, because all of these beautiful Birmingham Youth Circus members have been working hard over the last year. Okay, so this isn't a short project. We're only launching it now because we've been working on this for a year. So we've got 15 people and we want to make that 30 people in the next 2 minutes. So if you can go and invite a friend, or 2 or 10 or as many as possible, that'd be amazing. Tune in. This is going to probably be about 20 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to go round and meet all of the cast, or some of the cast. The director, who is Lydia. Lydia, you there? Give us a wave. Lydia, tell everyone why they should stick around and why they should invite their friends to this 20-minute Polaroid launch.
Because it's a Sunday afternoon. What are you doing? We're in a global pandemic, you know. And also, this is an incredible film. It's going to be great. It's coming out in around Christmas time, so you've got all this time to be excited for it, and yeah, it's really exciting. So,
Lizzie, why do people need to stick around for the next 20 minutes and watch?
People need to stick around because these guys are amazing and have been working on this for so long. As many people as possible to come and support them. And you can share the live as well, so please tell people to watch it and tell them that they're going to eat donuts if they watch the video, or something exciting to make people watch.
Okay, guys, so welcome. We're going to get started. So the purpose we're here today is because we're going to launch Polaroid. So Polaroid is a film that we've been working on for the last 12 months. So I'm going to introduce you to everyone. I'm going to start off with Lydia. So Lydia is our director of this film. So I'm not going to tell you about the film because Lydia is. So Lydia, my first question to you is well, tell us about Polaroid. Tell us about what it is.
So I originally wanted to create something which combined acting and circus, which is two things I'm very passionate about. And it started off as being something inspired by Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz, those sort of stories where they go on a journey. And it developed over time. At the time, there was a lot of buzz in the media around the Fatima campaign and the government telling artists to retrain and be something more academic or whatever. So we decided to take that and create a film about a girl who goes on a journey to discover her love for the arts and discover what life is like without it and what life is like with it. And again, like the whole thing is very inspired by Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz. There's a lot of themes that come into play from it too. It's going to be really exciting. Georgie, who is just joined, I think, is our main character, and we see her go on this journey, and there's so many different worlds. It's very creative. It's about 20 minutes long, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting. There's a lot of circus skills in it, don't worry, but it's also very artistically filmed. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the camera, like amazing people working with us too. So yeah.
Thank you, Lydia. So in a minute, we're going to move on to Georgie. So we started this in March 2020. We started with the conversation about what we wanted to do through lockdown, and various things happened. But with some support from Arts Council England, we are now on this journey. There's some fantastic people involved. John Takes Cinematic Circus, who we met in a conversation in lockdown, are on board with this. So I'm going to jump over to Georgie. Georgie, tell us a bit about the creative process and the plot. You played the character that this film follows, really. So just tell us a little bit about your experience so far in your journey.
Yeah, so it started way back in September when we were talking about Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz and things like that. And then
Georgie's got dodgy internet today, so she's going to. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot over to Ben and Josie. Oh no, Georgie's back. Let's give it a try again. Right, cheers, Georgie. Let's go again. Surprise.
September, when we won Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz, and then writers have developed closely with Lydia to develop a plot that brings in loads of these different things, someone on an emotional journey about choosing their heart, and then down we were still working hard and going over things and being in various meetings, and then finally when lockdown was eased and we were able to get back to rehearsals, the creative process started, a journey of exploration and trying different out, and seeing what we're on, which is a medium that is new for Circus Mash and for me to be working with. So it's
Oh, she just dropped out at that right time then. Cheers, Georgie. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump over to Ben and Josie. So as Lydia said earlier, there's so much stuff happening behind the scenes, and we're really lucky in that we've got a huge amount of creative professionals working on this with us. So Ben, I'm going to pop you up on screen. Ben, tell us a little bit about your involvement with makeup and the film and everything that's happened.
So I got brought on really early on in the process around September time. We knew we wanted to create this film, and so we basically started from plot, in which Lydia's already explained to everyone. We've taken this plot and we knew we had these wonderful worlds and they all had to look different in terms of makeup, so we wanted to take our creative juices and throw it into the heart world, because that's kind of the creative hub of the film. There's the head world, which is more regimented and has a lot more structure, so that is where a lot of the line worky designs come from. There's a traditional circus world, there's a tornado that happens, it's all very exciting, and each of them are like pulled from art, it's pulled from fashion, it's pulled from history and context. We worked really closely with the costume designer Greg, who has wonderful ideas for each area of the film as well, so it's kind of collaborating and showing really what makeup, costume and cinematic circus can look like, and experimenting with it for the first time. So we've all had an amazing time developing it together, from idea to on paper, then onto the face.
Oh, cheers, Ben. So Josie, you've been, how long have you been around at Circus Mash for, Josie, now? Oh, you're on mute, Jose. Oh, we can't hear you. So Josie's been around for quite a while, and she's found a new passion and love for makeup. So she's really helping. She's been working under Ben's wing. Josie, can we hear you? Can we ask you a question? It's the first time we've done a Facebook Live, so we've got some technical. If not, we'll come back to you in a second. Can we? No. All right. Well, we'll come back in a second. So as part of the story, as Georgie said earlier on, Georgie goes on this journey, and she gets to this part in the story where she needs to make a choice between her heart and her head. And I want to introduce Tabby, Evie, and Lily. Tabby, Evie, and Lily, give us a wave. Because they play 3 of the 4 characters that sit on this aerial compass that guides Georgie in a certain direction. I'm not going to tell you about that, but I'm going to ask Tabby too. So Tabby, I'm going to pull you up first of all, and if you could tell us about what the compass is.
So basically the compass, I would say it's kind of like a mix between a hoop and a trapeze. It's like this hoop that's been kind of tipped upside down with 4 kind of like ropes attached at the top. So there's like 4 kind of different segments which you all have to sit on, and then sometimes it tips over a bit. So you have to have 4 people on it.
And how's your experience been working on that? And
so obviously the compass is like a new piece of equipment that we made to have this kind of and just to be quite exciting, but it's like it's quite difficult because it's like you kind of have to have 4 people, like I said, and it's just but it's really fun to like have a new piece of equipment to work on.
So you've all been, I want to jump over to Evie now, you've all been working with Nikki and Liz in your characters, because you play these Tweedledee, Tweedledum. There's vibes of Alice in Wonderland through this scene, isn't there? So tell us about the character development, Evie.
So we sort of like started off with one idea and then worked off that, and haven't really got like a script or anything that's put in place. But we've sort of got ideas that we reuse and keep on using. And like we sort of work together and like talk about it and then like have sort of fun with it. Like yeah.
Well, Lily, where are you? There you are. Let's pull you up. How's it been working on a new piece of equipment? So well, none of us have ever done this before. We're working with Nikki, aren't we, Nikki Pearson? And yeah, tell us about your experience and how you found it.
So my experience was it makes us work together more, because it's something that if you don't work together, the whole thing could just flop to one side. So we work together, and it makes us more aware of like what we're doing, because we're all on the same apparatus, so we could fall at any moment. Yeah.
Well, thank you. So we're going to jump over to Liz next. Where are you, Liz? There you are. Brilliant. Pop you up. So Liz, guys, if you don't already know, is our general manager here at Circus MASH, and he's been producing this project. So Liz, just tell us about your experience from the beginning through to now.
Well, I've been so impressed with all of the cast and how they've taken this project on board, and how for almost a year we've carried on having Circus every single week without being able to do Circus. So actually the lockdowns really helped us in this process, because we've had time to discuss it, make the story, everyone's been involved in it. We've been working with Double Take Circus, who we've mentioned, they're a company from Belgium, and they've been really, really helpful. It's been really exciting working with them. Everyone's been learning makeups with Ben. People have been behind the scenes, helping design costumes, doing everything, getting really involved. And it's been lovely seeing everyone working together. And I cannot believe that we've only been back in the space for maybe, 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And everyone is got their acts together. You wouldn't believe that these guys have had a year off Circus. And finally, I just wanted to mention, we've also got a professional husband working on the show who has been creating a soundtrack for the whole film. And we are hopefully going to release some sort of album of the soundtrack, which also is really, really exciting. So yeah, everyone's going to enjoy every single element of this film.
We keep calling it a show because we've never done a film before. And it feels like a show, doesn't it? So we're filming this in July. So the first 2 weeks of the summer holiday, so from the end of July and the first week of beginning of August, we're filming this. It should be ready for release by Christmas, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This isn't the first time we're going to do one of these lives. We're going to start to introduce more and more of the team behind the scenes, and a few more of the cast as well as we move forward. So let's move over to Kirsty and Keely. We've got 2 more people to hear from, Kirsty and Keely, and then Ninian as well. Kirsty and Keely, this is a film, right? We've just said, let's pull you up. Where are you? I'll pull you up in a second. This is a film. So tell us about the camera angles. You've been working a lot on camera angles. Keely or Kirsty, who wants to start?
I don't mind starting. Okay.
Go on then. Keely's not got a camera.
My camera isn't exactly. So me and Kirsty have been working with Nikki to create like different positions and movements that we can use to form on rope. So we were going to use like the skills that we have learned to create different visions and make it really abstract by using like camera angles to make it look more dimensional. Like, for example, when we're up in the air climbing down, we could use camera angles underneath us to make it look more trippy, as if like you, the audience, are inside the action. And also if we were in the air climbing, to make like a tornado effect for like the vision around us, we could spin the camera like around like the performance.
Right, so yeah, so let's Kirsty.
So personally, I think that working with filming instead of a live performance, I think it's much different because we're using a camera. Obviously, we're not going to film it all in one take, so we're doing them in different sections. So I guess that's better because it gives you less pressure because you don't just have one chance. So if you mess up, you can try again. Yeah.
Thanks, girls. Amazing. So yeah, we've learned so much from Double Take Cinematic Circus about looking at Circus in a new way through a lens and what we do with that lens, as if that camera's almost a prop. there are so many elements to this film. There's spoken word, there's dance, there's circus. And I just want to move over to Ninny and Isabel now and just ask you about the choreography and the circus scene. Tell us about what you've been creating.
We've been creating things to go in the circus world, which is just like traditional circus. And we're working on the entrance and the sharp angled movements that we do.
Yeah, we've been creating a dance that has very sharp movements. And in the circus world, it's really traditional. But then, like, near the end, it gets all, like, horrible and dark and things like that. And yeah, so we're going to be doing double trapeze in the circus world.
And how's it been working with Nikki? So Nikki Pearson's new to the team, isn't she? And how's it been working with Nikki?
It's been really good.
And fun and exciting working with somebody that's been in these big like circus shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much. Right, guys, that's it for you today. So we will be back in a couple of weeks and we'll do this exact same thing. And we're going to guide you through the journey as we film it and all the way through to us releasing it. This is a new venture, a new project, if you like, for us at Circus Mash. So thank you to everybody that's been involved. We're going to give you a big wave now because we've got a quiz at 2 o'clock where we're going to go through the storyboard as well. So we're going to love you, leave you, and wish you a lovely Sunday. So give everyone a wave, guys.
Before we go, can we just highlight Josie's makeup? Because she hasn't had a chance. She can't talk, but just put her picture up. Because she's done amazing.
Josie, can we hear you yet? No. Oh, so Josie,
No, she can't.
We'll get you on the next. We'll call it the next episode. Let's say. Really well done, Josie. Anyway, guys, have a lovely Sunday, and we shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye, guys.